The log is off.
And we're back. This is our second week in a row, mate. What's going on?
It's the benefit of bulk recording. I mean,
Different way of recording secrets.
hello again. The introductions this time need to stay away from weight loss because you were in big danger at the end of last episode of turning into a preacher on weight loss.
A teacher, not a preacher.
A fat teacher, which kind of has an irony to it.
Yeah.
Do as I say, not as I do.
There's going to be a point, maybe not in the near future, but certainly in the future. Because remember, we're losing weight for a big thing in 2026.
Oh, I thought it was this year.
No, it was.
Okay.
You said 2020.
Okay. Okay.
This time next year, we might not be able to do fat jokes.
I think I'll always be fat.
No, you won't be, man.
Around me heart.
Liver.
Liver, yeah. Good.
So I should probably just say at this point, because it'll have been on the Instagram and socials, we have I was going to say professional photographer. Yeah, he is. Professional photographer doing some of our pictures now. So hello, Liam. I'll do his link in the bio and on Instagram. And he's been doing some arty with our can art.
Nice.
So, yeah, nice to have you on board, Liam.
Can he also like post them and stuff like that and be able to put music on them better than we can?
Yes.
Good. Give him the details. He's hired.
I will. Yeah. So
he does
give him a follow, give him a shout.
He does know he only gets a double dip in a cup of tea.
Yeah. He's under no illusions that this is going to be financially beneficial to him.
Good. I just want to make it clear from the outset.
Yeah, but it is good stuff. He's got quite a cool little art style going on, which we like. So,
and also, when Richard Sausages sponsor us, he still knows he's on a bumshy, no money deal.
He'll still be getting nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I nearly gave the game away at the end of the last episode, which was something we've got planned, which is, I think, is quite exciting.
Very exciting.
Do you want to say it, or shall I say it?
I think I'm a bit nervous about it, so I think you should roll into it.
So, well, actually, you were nearly gung ho about this the other week.
I was,
because you went, "Jump on, we'll do a live episode," and I was like, "Yeah, I think people have to be aware that's going to happen."
As I said to you, if no listens to the recorded episodes, they ain't going to listen to the live ones, so we've got nothing to lose.
One person might listen to the live if we announce it. So, as Martin's kind of ruined the excitement part of it, we're going to be doing a live episode soon. Hopefully in the next few weeks to a month's time.
Well, I was thinking hopefully next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, why not? In for a penny, or not in for a penny, not in for a pound. So.
Yeah, but we'll announce it in good time. And hopefully what we'll do is we'll announce it in good time and hopefully people can just jump on with a drink. Like, get yourself a drink, have some questions, put some stuff in the chat.
It'd be like talking telephone numbers.
Take a telethon.
Children in need night.
Yeah. Big Tits 87 has just said, Martin, why are you so fat?
That's what we'll have to do, though. If we're doing a live episode, we're going to have to make sure that we don't get distracted from the 0 views or the 0 comments, and just concentrate on what we do, which is just talk nonsense and drink a beer.
Yeah, we'll do it and see what happens.
And I think we're going to be doing a Northeast episode for that live version as well, aren't we? We've got ourselves some stocked up on some Northeast grog. And we're going to be doing the Northeast grog session. So I think, have we got 3 or 4? I think we've got a couple, haven't we? There, get out
3, I think.
So it might turn into a drunken session.
And one of them, shall I name Cecily what the beer is? All right. It's a very exciting northeast specific beer, though.
Oh, it is. Yes, I know which one
That's
you're
all
talking
I'll
about.
say. Yeah. And we're not going to eat, so it'll just be drinking.
No snacks.
No snack. Mate, we can't do that again.
No,
You were awful.
I got into trouble. Yeah, like I couldn't concentrate on speaking and eating at the same time. I found it very difficult, and every time I wanted to speak, I had a mouthful. So I'm really sorry. That's why people who don't like the mastication have tuned out.
Who doesn't like that? Oh, mastication.
So, right, actually, speaking of Northeast beers, though, we probably shouldn't have done this beer. Probably should have saved it.
Is this a northeast beer?
It's a Northeast beer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
So this is from Wylam Brewery in Newcastle. And this is an Imperial Jakehead. So pretty much now it's an Imperial IPA. It's kicking in at 10%. So it's another big hitter. Pretty much anywhere in the Northeast now, you can get Jakehead on tap. It's got very popular. Yeah, very, very popular in Newcastle.
Like a full 10% version of Jakehead?
No, the normal version, which I think is still fairly strong. I think it's still like between 5 and 6. Anyway, but yeah, I believe you can get it. I think Wylam are pretty good. They've always been pushing the envelope. The guy who runs it, I've forgotten his name, but he's a right nice guy as well. And they have the building in Exhibition Park. You know, the old...
right. I was thinking if it was the one I'd been to, but it wasn't.
So Imperial Jakehead, 10% IPA. Crack on.
Yeah.
Give us a bit of can art, Dan.
I really like that. Sort of, I mean, the Jakehead is a snake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Snake skinny.
Gold, blingy, quite nice. And this is just for keeping up our heaven and hell experience for this week. We may not be on it next week. This is your beer heaven, I believe, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I tell you what, it smells stronger than the barley wine from last week.
Oh shit, I've had a taste.
We'll go for it as well. Cheers.
I didn't wait for you, sorry.
Look, I've got my mug.
You're a mug.
Wowzers.
Yeah, it's just 10%.
That's a bit boozy, isn't it? You can tell it's all of its 10% there.
I do love these strong IPAs, though. I think...
God, you're such a beer wanker. You never ever thought I'd see the day. Lager is no more. Do you still have a pint of lager when you go out?
Well, I hardly ever go out. I tell you what, I have been. If I'd go out now, I'd usually just stick with Guinness.
Yeah. It's
Unless there's something like...
exciting.
Yeah.
Do you not go to
I'm going to Newcastle on Saturday, actually, and I'm kind of curious to see where we'll end up. But I think because of the people I'm going with, it'll just be all them sort of like standard Newcastle bars.
I've got something to tell you, and I feel that this is going to be a public notice for everyone who's listening. So, I was on a train recently, quite a long journey on the train. Well, not a long journey, but it was one of those like chugger trains, you know, the ones that are like from the 1950s. Diesel, not steam.
Like the diesel, what they're called?
They look like an old bus carriage.
They've got a proper name. Anyway, go on.
So, on one of them, so long journey, and I'd gone into Leeds. I'd been in Leeds. And I was on my way back from Leeds, and I had some time in the station because I was in a hotel and I had to get out early. And so I had to wait for my train to come back. So I think overall it's about 2 hours, 2.25 hours or something, this journey. So I thought, I'm going to get myself. I went into Marks and Spencer. So as avid listeners will know, my jury is firmly out on Marks and Spencer as to whether it's good or whether it's bad.
It's definitely good.
Well, I think I'm flip-flopping to the good now. So anyway, got myself a couple of things. Nothing special. Bit of fruit. which was nice. I didn't even get a sandwich, I don't think, but I got a little bag of wasabi peas. Have you ever experienced wasabi peas?
I get them quite a lot. I think they're amazing. Do you know what they are? They're an experience in a bag.
My God.
Right. Tell me what you love about them, and I'll tell you what I love about them.
Well, at one point, I was in full floods of tears on the train. I mean, literally, like, you know, when you go like that, you start stamping your feet and shaking your head. I was like that on the train by myself. In fact, I was stamping my feet so hard that I spilled some of them down the train aisle. They are the hottest little mothers I have ever experienced in my life. So mustard nose times 100.
But what's brilliant about them is it leaves you, it fucks off.
Yeah.
And you go,
I'm going to
I'm going to have another one.
Yeah. Like a what is it? A Pavlov dog, isn't it? Where you just start salivating for some more.
Yeah. So you go,
Yeah.
and then it goes away, and then you go, I'm going to have another one.
Yeah. No, it can't be that hot. Oh, yeah. So anyone who hasn't experienced a wasabi pea needs to get on board. I don't know if I posted it on the Instagram or not. I can't remember.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Have you had wasabi sauce online?
Yeah, I mean, I've had it on sushi and stuff. I was once in Japan with work. I know. So I was once in Japan with work, and I went out for a sushi meal, as you would. And I was eating my sushi like you do, you know, that stuff you get from the supermarket, where you put the wasabi out, which is not real wasabi, and you mix it up. So, and then you like put a big blob on, don't you? And dip it in it and eat it. So I was doing that in Japan, and the Japanese guy, I might get cancelled here, but I'm going to try and do the accent.
Oh.
He went, I like mixed it up, put the soy sauce in, mixed it up, got me chopsticks. I was using chopsticks, dunked it in, and he went, "Oh no, Martin, no."
What were you doing wrong?
And I went, "It's all right, I can handle it." Wasabi pea gate again, stamping my feet, eyes streaming, terrible. So yeah, he was warning us. He was warning it was a bad idea.
Yeah, that's bad.
But
I've got a.
I think the wasabi peas were stronger than the hot wasabi.
So I get them quite regularly as like a base snack. I remember my son was young. He was a toddler, I think. I don't know if I can tell this. It might be sort of borderline. People might ring social services. So I dropped one and I hadn't realised. And he's like, "Oh, what's this?" And obviously, being a kid, he just pops it straight into his mouth. And I was like, "No!" And he just spat it out. His face was hilarious.
Well, like you say, though, there's no lasting damage.
No, he was like,
Yeah.
I'll have another one."
Crying, stamping his feet.
More.
So anyone who hasn't had the wasabi peas, absolutely bloody fantastic. I don't know if it's unique to Marks and Spencer's and those ones are so hot, but
I've never had the Marks and Spencer's ones. I might try them out, but you do get varying flavours of them.
Yeah, because they're like, I thought they were like a coated, you know, like you get those coated peanuts. I thought it was like that, but it wasn't. It was just a pea and some wasabi.
Yeah, they're awesome. Have I told you that I'm psychic? I told you before. I just said it.
What's your name again?
Clinton Baptiste.
Clinton Baptiste, that's right. I knew you were going to say that.
I'm getting the word. No.
Yeah. one of the funniest sketches ever, actually.
Yeah. Have you seen his? He does a stand-up show now.
Yeah, I think I'd quite like it.
I don't know.
He's doing a nationwide tour with it, so it must be quite funny.
I tell you what I do admire, though, comedians who go on and make shit up every night. Because he won't be scripted for that, will he?
I wouldn't have thought so, yeah.
He just has to react.
I mean, probably some nuts, some bones to it. I'm going to see Lou Sanders this week.
Lou Sanders.
The female comic. She's been on Taskmaster, I think. You'd know her if you saw her.
Is she American?
No, British.
I'm gonna have to look her up.
Have you been watching that thing on Amazon, Last Laugh Man or something? The Last Laugh.
I saw. Oh, I know who she is. She was on that actually, wasn't
Yeah, she was on that. Yeah.
I saw the kind of concept for it being explained on. Is it on Channel 4?
Something like that. No, Amazon, I think.
Amazon. And then I saw Bob Mortimer was on it, and right, he's one.
Yeah. but me and the wife were watching it, and at one point we were both in tears laughing at it. It was that funny. It was so funny. Well, sorry, go on. Tell me anyway, Clinton. Tell me about your psychic.
So, have you ever had an experience like this? Right. So, me and my missus were driving to the shop, to the supermarket. So you come out of our road and you turn left, go down towards the thing, and the first roundabout we got to, I went, do you know who I haven't seen in ages? And I hadn't seen this. I named the lad. I'll see his name, Trev. I said I haven't seen Trev in ages. Like it must be 10 years. I used to see this lad every week. We used to play five-a-side every week. He used to drink at the same pub as me every Friday and Saturday, and I just hadn't seen him for 10 years. Turned the corner, got round to the next roundabout, and Trev and his wife were crossing the road in front of our car. Is that psychic?
No, that's just a bloody coincidence.
How can it be a coincidence?
Because this is where people go wrong with trying to explain things. It was an absolute coincidence that you happened to be talking about him, and then you sort of coincidence.
But why would I think about speaking? Something just popped in my head. There was no train of thought. It was just, I haven't seen him in ages, and then he was there.
I'm getting a word.
I think there's something in this. I'm gonna look into this. I think I might be psychic.
So I did have, when I was a kid, I had something sort of similar. And I remember my dad used to work night shift, and he used to like drive around to different sites. And I remember, well, how old would I be? Probably about 13 or 14, something like that. I can't remember exactly. And I remember thinking about my dad that night and thinking it'd be really weird because if he like had a car crash or something, we just wouldn't know because he wouldn't be able to contact us until he was in hospital. I was just like, that went to my head. Guess what happened that night?
You had a car crash.
Had a car crash. So coincidence.
It's not. How's that a coincidence?
Has to be. Has to be.
Nah, there's something.
This is not Tales of the Unexpected, mate. This. It has to be a coincidence.
There was a universe speaking to you, mate.
Maybe I should be more in touch with my psychic self.
Mm-hmm. What star sign are you?
Guess.
I know when your birthday is.
Oh.
But I just don't know when I don't know what the star signs are.
I was going to say, do you know what star signs go with what years? I don't believe that. I think it's absolute utter nonsense.
Yeah,
I'm a Gemini. I'm a two-faced cunt.
I should have guessed that.
I bet you're... oh, no, there's not one for fatty, is there?
Will you stop calling us fatty? I'm a nutritionalist now.
Why don't you just put a little squirt of lemon in your water? Rebalance those macros. I don't know why you sounded like the paedophile from Family Guy.
So, I've got my Huel shirt on again. What a scruff. Where's me? Repping the merch.
Oh, no, you should be. You should be. Now you're sponsored. But maybe that could be our sponsor instead of Richmond Sausages. Huel. We're just about the target market for them, aren't we?
Maybe they should do a Huel, Richmond sausage flavoured Huel.
Oh, that sounds horrible, doesn't it?
Why? I don't know.
I was rocking some Richmond sausages today. Veggie, though.
Yeah.
Veggie, less calories.
I took my dad shopping the other day and he got some and I didn't get any because I was on the big diet and I was jealous.
How many did he get? 2 packets?
He's got 1 packet.
Oh, they're always on offer. They're either on offer for 2 packets of 8 or the big packet. You never just buy 1 packet of
Just get a big packet. You can freeze them. So I've gone from really good advice to advice here.
At least you're freezing them and not just eating them.
Yeah, get all the sausages.
So anyway, I'm sorry to piss on your chips about the about psychicness, but yeah, I do think there's a lot of coincidences that happen in life, and I think that's just what they are.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I get any more psychic interventions, I'll update.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. I can't wait.
By the way, do you like my new chair?
I like it better than your posters that you still haven't framed.
I'm not going to frame them. They look fine. They're authentic. So this chair, right? It's like a gamer chair, and it's got them cushions at the bottom and cushions at the top. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it took
Seat
us.
pads.
How long do you think it took me to construct this chair?
Oh well, see,
flat pack?
I've been a constructor of a flat pack chair before, and I'm probably a little bit more capable than you. So I'm gonna go into hours here.
Hang on, you can't say that. That's not evidence-based research, mate. You've just thrown something out there.
I think I'm eminently more capable of making a flat pack chair than you. Please let me refer back to the story of when we were 14-year-old and your mum asked you to make a flat pack set of drawers, I think it was, or a desk or something like that. And you got a bit angry with it because you couldn't get a screw to go in. And the next thing I saw was the screw coming out the other side of it.
Now, in the comments, do you think Martin A alerted me to this? B, helped, or C, just laughed?
Oh, I remember your face as well. You shit your pants after that because you basically ruined a brand new piece of furniture.
I've done that quite a lot, actually. So,
I can imagine.
with this chair, I was getting so cross. And I had it, because there's not much room in this room to build it. I had to build it in my bedroom. So I had all of the parts on the bed, right? And I'm looking, sometimes when you get things from like on the internet, the instructions are shite.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't even know what that is. So when I bought this chair, I didn't look at properly what it was. So there's these two bits, and it's like, you have to slide this into this bit. I don't even know what this is.
Was this an instruction manual or the Kama Sutra?
It's a vibrating chair.
That was a screwdriver, a picture of a screwdriver.
So, so anyway, I hadn't realised that this chair has got underneath the seat a flap that comes out as like it extends out, and it's got a footrest pad on it. So it basically slides out like this. So that's the bottom of the chair. It slides out, and then a chair like a pad folds out on top of it.
What is the benefit of that? If you're
I don't know.
If you're a gamer, surely you don't want to be in that position.
I suppose it's so you can just put your feet up.
But if you're gaming, surely you've got to be on it and ready to.
Well, that's what I thought. So
maybe that's how you're going wrong. Maybe you've got to be relaxed to win at Call of Duty.
Anyway, I built it, never used it.
Never used the pad.
Never used the flap.
On my chair, I've got some ones that have an adjustable armrests that come up and down, and they move in and out. Never used them.
Why?
Either. It's quite good though. It's quite a good gauge of how much weight you're losing because you can keep pushing them in a little bit as you get them in thinner.
I'm over the moon every time I sit in this chair. It doesn't go.
Not like this. I've had experience building a chair before, and you look at them, and like you say, you look at them and you think, even the parts that are meant to be there, you're like, why on earth do I need a ring of ball bearings?
Yeah. Yeah. Why is this so complex?
Why do I need a hammer to build a chair?
Yeah.
So yeah, I sympathise. But you've done a good job because it's not squeaking, and
It hasn't collapsed.
you're relatively tall, So you're not like, it's obviously got its legs on. So
No one's ever said that before.
very true.
Oh, speaking of relatively tall, I was in Sainsbury's the other week and I was getting some onions. I got the scratch cook onions, the ones with the frozen, already chopped. And I had asked someone to reach them for us. So I couldn't reach them in the thing.
Hang on, I need to unpick this. So we'll start the latter end. So you were too small to reach into the freezer to get some onions, and you had asked someone to pass them to you. Number two, you buy frozen chopped onions,
Yeah.
like some sort of donkey who can't cut his own onion.
Now, I used to be like you. But it's what's the purpose of standing in the kitchen chopping onions when you've got fresh, blast frosted?
It's easy to use, eh?
Because what they do, mate, they cut them industrially, blast freeze them, and then put them in bags. So the freshness is locked in.
You've taken laziness to a new level.
It's not, well, you stand chopping onions, getting cryy eyes, and I'll just...
How long does it take to chop an onion? Literally 20 seconds.
Yeah, but you can do other things in them 20 seconds if you've got the scratch cook things. I also buy scratch cook garlic, chopped. Scratch cook.
Is that frozen then?
Yeah.
So it's like little chunks of garlic frozen?
Yeah, it's not garlic though. It's actual garlic.
Garlic, I like that. I like garlic.
That's disgusting.
I knew exactly what you meant.
Yeah, that's disgusting shit. So
we've got an Asian section in our supermarket, and we get the authentic minced garlic from there, and that's garlic, but it's really good. Are you talking about the lazy garlic? That's awful.
The ones in jars.
And they're like little, but this is in a jar. This one from the Asian section, that's really good.
But most supermarkets now do chopped garlic.
I like that.
That's frozen. That's been blast frozen or whatever it's called. So you don't have to chop garlic. And ginger. And some herbs. And spinach. I used the
I get frozen spinach. Yeah, I get that.
Because you buy a bag of spinach, you're not using all that spinach in a week, are you?
Well, you are, because it like literally goes from like having a mountain of spinach to like 1 tablespoonful of spinach. You're like, this is never going to go in the pan. Oh, where's it gone? I need another bag of spinach.
Yeah.
Right, mate. Okay, we're not.
Sorry, yeah. Why are you holding that with 2 hands?
I felt wobbly. So, we are on the Imperial Jakehead from Wylam Brewery, Imperial IPA, 10%. I think this is a beer heaven for you. Did it hit the mark on a beer heaven? Is the lager on or the lager off?
That was absolutely double delicious. I think it's one of the favourite beers.
It's working.
It's one of my favourite beers we've had.
And I think we're going to get a nice arty shot of this as well from our new.
Yeah.
The lager's off.
Thanks for that. It'll never cease not to annoy us.
I know.
So, we're going to get a nice arty shot of this on the Instagram as well.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
I am enjoying it. I'm struggling to get the last bit down. I have to be honest. But I am enjoying it, yes. I thought it was good. I would actually say the barley wine from last week was better, though.
Nah. This was definitely better.
So, give us the socials, Dan, whilst I drink the rest of this big hitter.
Lagers off Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Give us a follow on YouTube. Don't forget to follow Liam's photography channel as well on Instagram.
What's it called?
And Liam Clark. Mr. Liam Clark, I think is his Insta handle.
You're an excellent promotionalist.
That hurts my feelings. I wasn't expecting that. I was put on this. I did expect that.
Follow on Instagram. He's
on Instagram.
Something. He's a photographer. Mr. Liam Clark photography.
No, just Mr. Liam
At
Clark.
Instagram.net.
I don't think you need to say .net anymore. www.instagram.net.
The TikToker.
Yeah.
The YouTube shorts.
That's not that's not a separate
I
thing.
know, I like to say it just because it makes you annoyed. I'm a bit pissed as well. And we'll get a few more photos on. You've seen me with Wasabi Peas. We'll see Liam's lovely Imperial Jakehead photograph. And what are you putting up, Dan?
Just things that happen.
Just generally, just stuff.
You've been fucking useless the last few weeks, to be honest. So you've probably not even checked our own Instagram page because I didn't notice, mate. You're the shit here. I was gonna bring this off out of air, but fuck it. You've been rude to us and called us fat and that, so fuck you. I was going through Instagram, right, and it said there was loads of posts I've put on, and I've done that collaboration thing with BB Banter. You collaborated with BB Banter, but he has not accepted. So there's posts I put on Instagram, and you haven't collaborated on your own podcast.
I've been busy. Sorry. I'll get back
Do
on.
better.
I will. I'm sorry. Please take this as an apology.
All right, forgiven. All right, let's
Thanks.
move on. Right.
Bye.
Bye.
The log is off.